first of all, we're keeping the men out. No, I'm joking. Art and craft and play most of the time is looked at as something that's so silly and it's not that serious. But then every time that I'm sitting at the table and here we are 20 girls giggling and our phones are wherever they are, we don't even know because both our hands are deep in the craft. Yeah. I'm like, yes, this is why I do what I do.
So today I'm here with Selina Chahango, who is the founder of For The Girlies, and she's going to be sharing with us what the experience has been like founding For The Girlies and continuing to grow the culture around it. So today we're talking about For The Girlies.
Yay.
What made you come up with the concept of this, and what is it as well?
Oh, my favorite topic. So historically, women have loved to gather. We love our chamas, we love our women's guilds. And so I knew, well, post-uni and high school, that space doesn't really exist, right? It's just you and your maybe 6 friends if you're lucky. So I knew I wanted a community of women. I was not yet at a stage where I could form a chama. I mean, I could, but it was just like mambo ya wa mama. So I wanted a space where we could just hang out as girls. We could play, we could talk about different things and just bond over the beautiful experience that it is to be a woman.
And so how did you come to the point where you realized that this was something that was needed?
Oh, I wanted to be part of that history, of that culture. And being a girlie who at the time didn't really go to church, wasn't in school, all my colleagues were way older than me. I was in a place where really, I love my uni friends down, but like I needed to progress to a level where I could have people to do life with. And so I figured that the best way to do this was to form a community where we'd gather and not just talk and chat, which is nice. I love a good yap. But like I figured if we introduce an activity in, right, the work of the hands, which is very important, crafting, especially in the African community, has been done by women, that would then add an extra layer and a depth to our relationships. So we can just say I was lonely.
Just bring it down to its
yes.
basic.
Yeah.
And so you were like, I want to make new friends.
I want to make new friends, exactly. And I want to try new things. I mean, I went through the 844 system, and specifically after arts and craft was made not compulsory. So art class was really extra lesson for math, or for the English teacher to catch up on the set book. And so being a creative and not having that outlet, I was damn near depressed. I needed an outlet.
Yeah.
So I needed, and not every day sip and paint, right? I needed to, make perfume, I don't know, do weaving, make some candles, do some pottery. I needed some variety in my life in the art sense. And so I decided to infuse it in that way.
Okay, so you started this and you're like, I need to make friends and I want to make it my way, not just what is currently happening.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are at a place where For The Girlies has grown a little bit.
Yes.
What has it been like building the culture around this and making it accessible for other people outside of yourself?
It's been such a beautiful journey. We just turned 1 and thank you. I feel like it really invigorated me in a sense because art and craft and play most of the time is looked at as something that's so silly and it's not that serious. But then every time that I'm sitting at the table and here we are 20 girls giggling and our phones are wherever they are, we don't even know because both our hands are deep in the craft. Yeah. I'm like, yes, this is why I do what I do. And I love it because there has been a rise of the hobby club in Nairobi. There's actually quite a few. I can think of almost 4 just at the top of my head. And I really love that. And I really love that I'm part of the culture pushing forward, preserving these crafts and also this tradition of just meeting as women in a low stakes environment where we can just cool off and blow off some steam.
Very practically, because you've built this space where people can relax, be themselves, make new friends, and build while doing it or create things while doing it. And what are you and your team doing to protect that culture around it, because it's now grown beyond just one person or two people. There are people who are coming into the space that have their own expectations and what they're hoping to get out of the space. So practically, what are you doing to make sure that that culture that you started with continues?
First of all, we're keeping the men out. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
But I think art has a very cleansing power to it. It has an innocence. It has a way of disarming people, right? So even if you've come with your moods and I really don't know what I'm doing here today, art has a way of doing the work for me. So for me, the practical thing has been to bring the tools before you. And I find that once I place them before the girls, I don't even really need to do much in terms of facilitation or in terms of, because they really just get lost in it. And even if we can have that utopia for just that 2 hours, I'm happy to do that. Apart from that, obviously, we communicate a lot. Thankfully, women know how to communicate. We do not have a shortage of words. So we really use our words a lot. At the beginning of the session, we set the tone with the introduction. So the introduction is not always just tell us your name and what you do, which I hate that question, what you do. So it will be something like, oh, introduce the girlie next to you and give her a compliment. Tell us what you like most about her. And one of the best things you can give a woman is a compliment, because it just immediately, it's like a peace sign. So when you start off on that note, that you're already liking each other, that you're like, let's have a nice smile. I like your dimples. See, you already like me. So that's what I do. I just set the tone at the beginning, and then always art has to be in the room with us in whatever form it is.
You touched a little bit around it when you mentioned that For The Girlies is for the girlies. And so what made you decide to make that the focus rather than just being a hobbyist who likes doing stuff?
Well, before I started this hobby club, I used to attend as well a lot of art events. And I noticed there are actually no men in the room. Like, I don't know what they do for fun, but you'll find one or two. I've been to a floral arrangement class where there was one man, and that's great. But so I thought, since women already love these spaces, right? Let's just make it intentional that it's really for us. And then also for the women, I'm communicating that, listen, you can wear that slit. Your titties can be out, because there's no man in here, you know what I mean? It's really completely a safe space. So I wanted to communicate that with girls, because I've been in situations where I've been like, oh, I want to go somewhere, but I'm like, oh, and if the men are there, will they perceive this as, just trying to accommodate that other gender and their sensibilities? So I just wanted really a purely feminine space.
You started this, but you didn't start it alone. You had a co-founder, right? What has that journey looked like? And now you are doing it as the single founder, right? What insights would you share with other people who are building about being with a founder and now doing it on your own?
Trust no one. Oh my God, I joke. But I think over-communicate. Tell them, I bought this pencil. It was 5 shillings. Here's the M-Pesa message. Because if you over-communicate, there is no room for misunderstandings. Even if you're feeling like, oh, I feel like this is not the vibe that I was going for, and maybe they're bringing in a different vibe, communicate it. Use our words, because most of the times I think words scare us. We're afraid of what they do. But then it's counterintuitive, because by not using them, we destroy the very things that we value. So use your words.
If you were to pick somebody to have on your Mount Rushmore, founders or leaders that you admire, then who would be on that mountain?
Oh, there is this woman called Clarissa Pinkola Estes. She wrote a book called Women Who Run with the Wolves. It is my second Bible. She talks about, the innate feminine and all the things that we need to do to stay in touch with her. And she talks about practical things like crafting, the work of the hands, and journaling, and all these things that you should get the book and read. But I feel like we have the same worldview. Yeah.
Okay, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.